Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I hope you guys had a nice time. All right. For the question, how does a dance or artist end up making film? I studied theater arts, and I also have a master's degree in film production. So that's my side gig. Yeah.
And to talk about the storyline, because when I was in Nigeria 2 years ago, your brother was about to go do a performance in Abiokota, and we were all together, and you said, I'm going to do research for my film. And you were going actually to a psychiatric hospital to do the research. So talk a little bit about your process and that research.
All right. It's a comedy film, but making the film, I wanted to capture the essence of the topic. So I had to visit different psychiatric institutions to know what is obtainable in the process of treatment and everything. So I visited a couple of psychiatric institutions, and the particular and the biggest one in Africa is Arrow, is in Abeokuta. That was the one I went to when we went on the concert and everything. So it's just about researching and trying to be truthful to the essence of that while maintaining the essence of the film, which is comedy.
So it's a film by a Nigerian director. Did you find, as you began to tell people, I'm doing this film, it's coming out, were people like, oh, you're doing a Nollywood film? Is this a Nollywood film?
Well, if it's out of Nigeria, it's Nollywood. Yeah, I ain't even trying to front on that. If it's out of Nigeria, it's Nollywood. So it depends on what you term Nollywood, but this is a Nigerian film, and what it is born out of the struggle, the whole essence that the Nigerian film industry evolved from, the independent spirit of trying to make a film without any private, without any corporate funding, and trying to make business out of it and making money back on it. So if that's the spirit behind it, I'll gladly term it Nollywood.
Nice.
So the film was in Nigeria last year, right? It debuted in Nigeria, it did very well, but you've also been touring. You were in Vienna, you're in Italy, and now you're here in New York. What are your hopes? Are you going to be touring some more? Is it going back to Nigeria?
Well, first of all, I've been able to take the film all around Europe because I'm somehow affiliated to Europe. We've been to Stockholm, we've been to Vienna, we've been to Italy, we've been to Brussels, and we've been to Berlin, the Berlin Film Festival. And doing all that is just out of the zeal and the independent spirit to promote the film. So when the film gets on the online platform, people will be interested in it. And other people are making demands. They want the film in a lot of festivals, both black festivals, and it's overwhelming. It's awesome. Really appreciate it.
So we saw how it ended. Your brother was picked up. We don't know what happened.
No, the character was picked up. My brother was not picked up.
The character was picked up. So there has to be, is there going to be a part 2? We don't know what happened. The cockroaches were running around.
A lot of people are telling me, yeah, there's no closure on a lot of characters there. So it might be a visa for next one. We don't know. But I'll let you conclude on your own, and if there's no part 2 on it, if I want to do a different version, I mean, it's okay. Let's roll with it.
So are there any more projects?
Yeah, there's a lot of projects, a lot of more projects. There's an album project that comes up with this in Berlin. A lot of people told me they like the soundtrack, so we've made the soundtrack into an album.
Nice.
And you had a lot of new artists you probably haven't heard. The artists signed under our, there's Kama the rapper, half man, half rapper. There's Young Grace. There's a whole lot of Nigerian Ninja artists signed to a record label art. And we went on tour with it. What we did in Vienna, Stockholm is show the film, and afterwards have a concert and an after party with Two-Face, DBA Sound Sultan, and myself. So that's what we've been doing with, as far as this project is concerned, and we're also working on the next movie.
Do we have any questions from the audience?
There's a film censorship board in Nigeria that all film has to be censored before they put out for public consumption. That's part of it, and it's self-censored too. As an artist, I'm very careful on what I put outside there because I want the film to be received by both students and people that knows what they're doing. So if you see the blur of that thing over there being blurry and everything, that's for me trying to let the younger ones get the essence of what we're doing. But as regards censorship, we had this playing at the Berlin Film Festival. The Nigerian ambassador to Germany was in attendance, and he called me out for a session, a 5-minute session of you can represent Nigeria like that. I'm like, yeah, that's what's going on, sir.
Any other questions? Yes.
I tried not to watch it, sir. I really tried, and to be honest with you, aside from the premise of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I know nothing about it. But I must tell you, the premise is a big influence on this. Well, even the people with malaria, people with typhoid fever, they're not getting adequately taken care of. So these people are at the bottom of the food chain. You can expect what's going on. Who goes to a mental facility in Nigeria to visit anybody? Tell me. Look, I went there and I found out some people have been there for 25 years. Some guy dumped them by the gate and ran away and never came back. And it's just like, it's so sad that the government itself just creates the face, and it's just like somewhere you dump people and then you forget about them. Or they pick people from the streets and put them, like every other thing in Nigeria, it needs a complete overhauling. It needs critical attention. The health sector needs critical attention. And what I've been able to do with this project is tie another project with it. It's called Walk Them Home. And Walk Them Home is an NGO. What we've been able to do with other celebrities is actually source corporate funding to take people off the streets and put them in a home.
Wow.
At least let's start with that. So that's what this project is about. It's about improving the mental health institution in Nigeria, and then generally improving the maladministration and other things attached to the third world country. Huge question. I've always wanted to make a film. I didn't just wake up to it. Like, I came into Nigerian industry being a dancehall artist, and I got national prominence from being a dancehall artist. But apart from that, I went to University of Ibadan and I was a theater art student. I studied directing in University of Ibadan, and I also have a master's degree. So I was preparing myself sort of for this is where I believe my strong point is, and this is where I want to spend the rest of my life doing. You know?
Is this your debut movie?
It's my debut, it's my first movie. Okay, it starts with you. Please put out the words out there.
Well, that's why I'm recording it right now, so.
There's a film in Nigeria that's worth seeing.
Right.
Take out the words out there. I've tried my best as regards letting people know we've been to Berlin, we've been across Europe. I don't think there's any Nigerian film that's been that far traveled. But what it is that it's going to be online on Netflix and every other online platform. So please tell them to go watch it, pay and watch it, and have a good laugh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And I just want to say a big thank you to African Film Festival for giving us this opportunity to be on this platform. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.